think most country people, and certainly entertainers like myself, I think comedy is part of our being because it's kind of what helps you through the hard times growing up. We made more fun of stuff that, you shouldn't even laugh at, but that was the funniest stuff to us because we try to find the humor in it.
Dolly Parton understands that being a singer also makes her an entertainer. She brings wit and humor, not only to her lyrics, but to her interviews as well. She's given some of the most memorable responses ever. This is thanks to her unshakable self-confidence. It doesn't matter if the comments criticize her appearance, she carefully crafted herself to look that way. She's also not afraid to bring up anything that might be entertaining. Dolly's been interviewed many times before. It's not just because she's an icon, it's because she's an entertaining guest. Keep watching to see iconic Dolly Parton interview moments. Even when she's in the tabloids, Dolly refuses to believe them. Regis Philbin revealed in an interview a People magazine list she'd been on, and she showed her ability to take whatever it said.
This is coming out now with the best, worst, and least dressed list of 2000.
I'm in that, of all time. The worst dressed of all time, it said. Swear.
Are you really?
I swear.
The worst dressed of all time?
Yeah, see, there it is.
Regis defended her, but Dolly wasn't offended. She turned it into another iconic comedic moment.
I look. It's like I honestly have designers at some of these award shows pay me not to say who designed my gown. I always say I have walked the red carpet and I have worn it. But anyway, they said I was one of the worst dressed of all.
I know. You know what? You can't.
That's all right with me. I have a good time. I bet I'm happier than that guy that wrote that. And I'm glad that he came out of his closet long enough to look in mine.
Questions about Dolly's appearance have come up in plenty of interviews. That included the Wired autocomplete interview, where she answered the internet's most commonly searched questions about her. Dolly's look can be so outrageous that sometimes she doesn't even look like herself. It's her self-confidence that helps Dolly let personal comments slide off her back. She showed that off in an interview with Barbara Walters.
Show business is a money-making joke, and I've just always liked telling jokes.
But do you ever feel that you're a joke, that people make fun of you?
Oh, I know they make fun of me, but actually all these years the people, has thought the joke was on me, but it's actually been on the public. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I can change it at any time. Or I make more jokes about myself than anybody, because I enjoy it. I know, like I say, I am sure of myself as a person. I'm sure of my talent, and to me, and I'm sure of my love and for life and that sort of thing. I'm very content. I like the kind of person that I am. So I can afford to piddle around and diddle around with makeups and clothes and stuff because I am secure with myself.
Dolly is so secure in her talent that it doesn't bother her when people underestimate it. Her song, I Will Always Love You, is forever tied to Whitney Houston, but she doesn't mind because it made her rich.
Does it ever bother you that people think that's Whitney Houston's song?
No, I always say she can have the credit as long as I get my cash.
My version of it was quite a bit different.
Your version of it is the best
But
because it's of you and it's all about you.
It's true, but I'm not going to bitch about Whitney making me $6 million.
Many celebrities get overwhelmed or shy when talking about certain topics in interviews. There doesn't seem to be anything Dolly's afraid to talk about, even her love life.
What do you do to keep the fire from going out, Dolly?
Well, I stay gone.
Yeah.
That helps. So when I am home, he's excited to see me, and I'm excited to see him.
No, I think there's no question that you're doing your part.
She even goes a bit deeper. Who but her would talk about her husband's fantasies?
Have you known Jennifer Aniston for a while?
I love her to death. My husband is crazy about her.
Oh, really?
Yes. And he was more excited that I was going to do a movie with her than he was that I got the chance to write all this music. See, I think he kind of fantasizes like a threesome with us.
Wait a second. Carl, hey! Carl, what event?
Carl's so funny, though. He got a big kick out of that, but he thought it was funny. He said, well, I'm not going to do a threesome, but I can maybe do a 2.5. It is Jennifer. So whatever that
Only
means.
Dolly. This is just the only human that can say that. Honestly.
Are you dying?
Dolly's frank attitude has won her fans outside of the music scene. Ross brought up the possibility of her playing a larger role in the world stage.
Hey, what about politics?
What about it? I hate politics.
Is that the answer? That's the
no
answer.
No way. I always hear. But somebody said, well, would you ever consider running for president here in the States? And I said, no, I think we've had enough boobs in the White House. So it's kind of like, no, I don't think.
She may not like politics, but she does know she has a major platform. Sometimes, even the advice she gives is tinged with her unique brand of humor.
You could tell teenagers of America today one thing, whether it be advice or something of support, what would it be?
I would say, act like it's raining every day and wear your rubbers.
Sometimes she gets more serious. When she speaks about major issues like COVID vaccination, she knows people will listen. She did just that in an Instagram post in the most Dolly way possible.
I've been waiting a while. I'm old enough to get it, and I'm smart enough to get it. So I'm very happy that I'm going to get my Moderna shot today. And I wanted to tell everybody, I think you should get out there and do it too. I even changed one of my songs to fit the occasion. It goes, vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. 'Cause once you're dead, then that's a bit too late.
Dolly's not a preacher or the type to tell people what to do. She just wants to encourage them to do what she thinks is right.
I'm not out, like I said, I'm not out here to tell you what to do. I don't want you to tell me what to do. But I just do what my heart tells me to do. I ask God to direct me and lead me. And if I've got His direction, I don't have to worry too much about anything else. But I do understand people having to make themselves known and felt and seen. And of course, Black Lives Matter. Do we think our little white asses are the only ones that matter? No, everybody matters.
She also can't keep up the comedy for every interview. Dolly's only human and got emotional when one interviewer brought back bittersweet memories.
Music runs deep in the Parton family. Her brothers and sisters, mother and father appeared once on Dolly's TV show ages ago.
Oh, that's Mom and Daddy. Oh, my gosh, where'd you get that?
We surprised her with a tape she hadn't seen in 30 years.
Oh, that's Mama.
What have I done that makes you treat me so?
Look at Daddy! Oh, my gosh. Oh, look at that little fat girl he's dancing with. Who's that? Oh.
The tape ends with the old hymn, The Sweet By and By. Dolly sang it as a kid in the church of her grandfather, a country preacher. It's about a joyful family reunion in the hereafter.
We shall meet on that beautiful shore.
Well, now, what am I going to do now? You can't get me back in line here. That's very touching to me because Mom and Daddy are both gone now. I haven't seen that in so long. We just pulled at my heart there.
Would you like a drink?
No, that's okay. Yeah, whiskey?
Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite Dolly Parton moment? Let us know in the comments section below.